Welcome back to more of the Fire Emblem Three Houses blind run. Last time we completed Felix's paralogue, and now I'm going to do another paralogue, but then we'll finally get on with the main story. But yeah, one more paralogue. So, I've actually switched around some of the abilities on the characters. So, as you can see here, Dimitri's got Battalion Wrath in, Derdriu's put in Lancebreaker. I think Ash is fine. I put Swordbreaker on Sylvain. Hilda, I added Deathblow. Ingrid, I think, is fine. I think most of the people are pretty much fine. But, yeah, I mess around with those a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I can't actually go into... I mean, I can reclass, but I can't do certification exams right now. Because I'm on the battle screen, and I really wanted to make Cyril a Wyvern Lord and Hilda a... Honestly, I'm actually not sure what I'm going to make Hilda at this point. She has options, but anyway... I think we're probably fine right now, unless I can shuffle around a few combat arts. Oh, healing focus. Oh, okay. You know, that kind of reminds me of a Fighter's Second Wind in Dungeons & Dragons. You can just kind of heal yourself whenever you want to. That's actually pretty cool. I might want to put that on. Also, what does Ruined Sky even do? Effective against flyers and dragons. No, that makes sense given its name. Nimble combo. Makes it easier to dodge counterattacks. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Finesse Blade didn't do much for me last time. Might as well swap that one out. Okay, I think that's all done. Yeah, I think nothing else to do but to head out for this one. We also have something to prove. Is that a this month only quest? It's not. I can do that whenever I want. So, yeah, I guess I'll probably do that in the next chapter because now I've done way too many paralogues in this chapter. So anyway, we're actually going to Derdriu, or however you pronounce that. I think that's actually it comes from the same mythological thing that Deirdre or Derdriu, or however you pronounce that, from Fire Emblem 4, or like that her name comes from. But anyway, so it's Alois and Shamir for this one. Let's go. Sword and Shield of Seros. Well, we just found a shield as a legendary item.
And that is our situation.
But with so few knights, we'll surely... Ah, Professor. Excellent timing.
So I think apparently Alois shares his VA with Lord Lenato, according to comments.
Alois, you're not going to suggest we send students, are you?
I am, actually. Do you have a problem with that?
She shouldn't, because we've been sending students to every single problem we've sent people to this whole game.
I do. We can't send them out on a knight's mission without Rhea's blessing.
I'm sure I can get the go-ahead. I'll just say the students have a new field training opportunity or something like that.
So, what excuse are you to use if some of them die? Like, oh no, one of my students accidentally brutally decapitated himself while training with an axe. Or something like that.
Besides, we'll be there. We're not going to let them get killed by pirates.
Pirates now, not bandits. Okay then. But that just makes me think, do not go there. You will be killed by pirates.
There are pirates causing havoc in the port of Derdriu, at the center of House Regan's territory.
The Merchants Association sent a request via the Eastern Church asking for protection.
You haven't heard of the Eastern Church? I suppose it's because they don't have much of a
Actually, we
presence.
have heard of the Eastern Church at this point, but they haven't really been a major player.
The Eastern Church controls Eastern Fodland. They don't have a standing army like we do.
Yeah, that was pretty evident with its name. The Eastern Church. Well, I guess they're from the south, right?
So, for incidents like this, they customarily ask for help from the Central Church.
I imagine they want to contribute to make their presence known in the Alliance.
Be that as it may, we knights are quite busy. We don't have personnel to spare. Therefore, we're enlisting your help.
I'm pretty sure Byleth's used to this by now.
You should have some experience dealing with pirates from your mercenary days, right?
Bandits, yes. Pirates, I don't know. We'll see.
The students have dealt with pirates, so this shouldn't be a problem for them.
Come with us, won't you? Think of it as a training exercise. The Merchants Association will reward us handsomely.
To be honest, I'm actually curious to see how Alois is as a combat unit. We haven't actually seen him fight before.
We don't have time to lose. Let's take care of this quickly.
Okay, well, can we do it in faster than 4 turns? Because that's how long the last Paralogue took. Okay, this is a totally new map. I get the feeling that we'll be seeing, like, this map, we might have seen it already if you were on the Golden Deer route. Okay, we have ships, and, well, what was I saying about enemy Wyvern Riders? Yep, we're going to be seeing them now. Okay, that's a pretty decent looking map. A few ships that are all connected. I don't know why they're like, oh yeah, let's just put all these bridges between these ships. That won't let other people attack us very easily. Okay, so there's a pretty big town here that nothing is really happening in. Okay, well, thankfully you can deploy a few people close to the front lines. Speaking of which, who do we deploy for this one? So I'm thinking, oh, we only get 10 this time. And two of those slots are taken up by Alois and Shamir, so we really only get 7. Okay, so here's Alois. Compassion. Rally Luck as a personal skill. I don't know how good that is. 44, that's actually older than I expected him to be. 15 speed, which is actually the same as Shamir. And yeah, he's currently a warrior, but he has certification for bandit. Okay, here we go. Geralt vanishes, knighted that same year. You wouldn't have anything to do with Geralt's appearance, would you? Collecting old coins. Oh, right, yeah, that would explain the lost item thing. I've heard that some of the lost items only make sense if you see people's profiles. Fishing, despite his skill level. Yeah, we already know that his fishing kind of sucks. You don't like sea travel. Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go on board a few ships here. Okay, so Alois is locked to there, and Shamir is locked to there. I kind of want to bring Catherine for this, actually. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring Flame, too. Because I completely didn't realize this. Ash and Catherine. Their supports are bound to be very, very interesting, and now I want to try and grind those supports up a bit. Although, can I actually assign, like, him as an adjutant to her if I wanted to? Yeah, I technically could do that. But I also kind of want Ash to get a little bit of experience fighting as well. Oh, Cyril isn't level 20 yet. Might as well deploy him. For some reason, I thought he was. Okay, so where are you, Cyril? Okay, Cyril's down here. I do not want Flame on the front lines, please. Okay, we do... I think the bottom front will be dealing with the Wyvern Riders faster. But the top front has a lot of enemies to deal with. Is that a... yeah, that's a brawler. That's not like a upgraded brawler. What's it called? Grappler, yeah. Gonna have to watch out for that, because like I've said earlier, I find it kind of hard to tell sometimes in this game what's a promoted class from their map model. Okay, so we are currently choosing to bring Hanneman. Anybody else I'd rather bring? Honestly, yeah, let's swapping out for Manuela just so she gets to show her stuff a little bit more. And yeah, I want to bring Felix because he just got his hero's relic. I might as well try that out. Derdriu obviously needs to be closer to the front lines. Okay, Ash has the Stride Battalion. Yeah, while I'm at it, I should probably swap over my Stride Battalions that are on people who aren't being deployed. And I think I'll actually trade over that Kingdom Archers Battalion too. And Manuel is getting Stride for now. And now here's the dilemma for adjutants. Do I set Marianne to Byleth to improve her chances of being recruited later, or do I set Ingrid to Ash because shipping? By the way, closest ally is Ingrid. Yep, I'm doing that right. I think I'll just do that. Okay, so I think this looks fine. I think it's time to move out. Okay, it is defeat boss.
Tremble before us. We are the great navy of Elmira. Resist, and we'll burn this town to the ground.
Okay, that's where Cyril's from. Right. Actually, maybe I should have deployed Hilda here. She probably has experience fighting these guys.
The Almyra Navy. This is going to be tougher than I expected.
They're obviously bluffing, but it seems to be working on the merchants. Shall we?
It's the knights! Please, save us! We'll reward you handsomely!
Okay.
It would be a disaster if they attacked our shops. Please, don't let them into town.
We've got you. Leave it to the Knights of Seros.
Okay. Right. So it's a quasi-defend chapter? Except I'm pretty sure that if any of them get in here, there's no way they're going to survive 5 turns.
What should I do?
So, yeah. That was kind of cool, actually. Reminds me a little bit of that aquatic town from Nigokuni 2, which, honestly, I don't know. Like that game, I definitely like the first one better, let's just say. I think it's gameplay-wise, the action RPG style. No, cannons are there. The action RPG style definitely works, but I think I found out, like, I think it was at a speedrun or something, they actually said that Studio Ghibli wasn't involved with the second game in terms of plot, and it does kind of show, but I don't know.
You fought well.
I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I definitely enjoyed it. I just definitely think it lacked just something, like that something special the first one had, which probably was the Studio Ghibli influence, but anyway. So yeah, I think this time I'm going to be playing the best defense is a good offense card, because I doubt these guys are going to do well in getting past me, although I should probably pay attention to their stats a little bit. So they do hit kind of hard. Like, for example, if I tried using a... Yeah, I'd still take a bit of damage there.
Ready when you are.
I'll handle this.
I was about to say you're certainly doing a lot more damage than you used to, but then you crit, so yeah.
That worked out.
Right. That doesn't show up as a
I'll crush them all.
Okay, level up on the Kingdom Cavalry. Yeah, I didn't actually get support points up between them. I probably should have put one of my archers there. That was poor planning. Now one of the bandits can get into town. Although he's too busy trying to attack, yeah, Cyril. And I just realized something dumb that I should have corrected before I began the chapter, but I didn't. Several parts ago, and I'm sure many people have yelled at me in the comments for this, I totally forgot about Catherine's personal skill, which makes her do more damage when she doesn't have a battalion. So, yeah, I went and gave her a battalion, because I'm stupid.
Take them out.
So, whoops.
To work.
Yeah. Guess you have to head down.
Let us away.
That's gonna move you one space further forward, I guess. I'm mostly that for the experience. Oh, I didn't realize there was a plank there.
As expected.
I think Marianne was making weird grunts then. Okay, Eloise looks pretty much what I would expect. Well, good thing that arrow didn't hit any of the Pegasus Knights. Oh, right. The Wyvern Riders are going to try and circumvent our defenses and get into the city. Unless they're dumb and try and target Ash, although that's a pretty decent amount of damage on you. 21 attack power. Oh, and you have Axe Fair. Oh, that's probably why those Pegasus Knights were doing so much to Manuela, because they would have had Lance Fair. Yeah, did any enemies like ever have fair skills in Awakening? I know they had some class skills, but I don't know if they ever had fair ones. Also,
Silenced.
why am I out of support range with Cyril for doing that? Okay, yeah, so you buff yourself when you defeat a foe. Just remember that. I see you're going for Cyril. You will soon regret that choice. Should the others just head forward? I'm guessing they should. Yeah, I haven't actually got any more support points up lately, unless there's some kind of limit on support points per month, but no, I doubt that's the case. Wow, you're getting double with just Derdriu's Iron Axe.
Luck wasn't with you.
Actually, speaking of which, yeah, enemies definitely have luck in this game. This isn't one of those Fire Emblems where they don't. And that's the downside of putting him in a magic class. I really don't want you to do that, because then you would die. Because Byleth. Or I could lure those two over to Byleth there, but no, let's not do that. Guess I can lure some things with Eloise there. Oh, Flame. Gotta make sure that she doesn't go into Light and Rider's range, obviously. The overall style of this map is definitely giving me slight flashbacks to, Chapter 10 Conquest. But this is probably nowhere near Chapter 10 Conquest levels of difficulty.
I'll have to be clever.
Which is tough for me, because I'm a generic bandit.
Don't waste it.
Now I'm just picturing that pirate insult minigame from Sly 3. I mean, it's not exactly a minigame per se, because you kind of have to play it. Ow. For the purposes of the ow, yeah. For the purposes of, like, the main storyline, but it was still pretty hilarious. Yora. Is it like something? I forget what those are. Like, there were some really good ones. I know, like, it's like a Mad Libs thing, so you choose, like one for each of the three categories. It's like you're a adjective, noun, and the game is that you can't say one that's already been said earlier, so you have to memorize which insults he's used and which ones you haven't used yet.
Thank you.
And it was also pretty hilarious due to the over-the-top pirate accents involved in that part of the game. Okay, there's a whole bunch of enemies down here. Going off the topic of Sly mini-games for a moment.
Worthless.
And this is why I made Felix a magic class, by the way, because 1 to 3 range Thoron is really helpful sometimes. I mean, of course, if we had more movement as a physical class, he probably could have reached the thing at 1 range, but still. You get the idea. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to fight the one there. Meanwhile, Eloise hits pretty hard, actually. Oh, of course he missed. Yeah, that hit rate did worry me a little bit. Oh, and I guess because he's a guest character, he automatically counts as getting support from Byleth, regardless of how far away from Byleth he goes. And I'm kind of interested to see their later supports, though not really as interested as, yeah, there are a few more supports that I'm definitely more interested in getting, such as, for example, Ash and Catherine, who don't seem to be getting support points yet. I think someone did say they gave supports in an unusual way, but you're preferring to attack Derdriu than Manuela. That's incredibly bizarre. I do have Silence, but I doubt Silence is really going to do much here. Okay, that means 3 things attack Byleth, and he's kind of over-leveled, so let's instead put him here. Actually, no, I'm just going to have you fight this guy. Which is what I originally planned to do, but I forgot. Those ships are pretty nice in the background. You rarely get to see ships in Fire Emblem like with full sails like that from an angle like that. It's pretty cool looking, honestly. Can you actually hit this time? There we go.
No hard feelings.
That's an interesting, like, fighting style for a
Try to keep up.
Fire Emblem series warrior, holding the axe with 2 hands that way. And Barth and Marianne are like, nope!
It all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this.
You're a bleeding, toothless swabber.
And then Eloise is like, ah, I've heard better.
Weak. Weak.
I really need to see that insult minigame from Sly 3 again, because it was great.
I will handle whatever.
Not bad, though I'm still looking forward to switching you to a more brawling class so you can finally have an actual, well, you know, something resembling a speed stat for once. Well, now you're attacking Manuela for some reason. I guess thunder on this guy?
You're weak.
And I guess Alois will hopefully take you down. Yes, he did. Nice.
I know where I stand.
Right here on this one tile. Oh wait, I don't think I was supposed to take that literally. I don't know. It's funny to take things literally sometimes. I find it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know why I do that. It's just kind of silly. Okay, Cyril is level 20, good, and Shamir is just like barely doing anything at this point. Wait a minute, does she have the Stride Battalion? Oh no, Ash has the Stride Battalion. But at least we have this music going. Not Stride. Somebody's gonna target Ash though. 12 attack speed. How much attack speed do you have? 1! Well, yep, I can definitely afford to use the silver bow. Except my hit rate sucks. But I'm gonna try anyway. Okay, again, this is literally a long shot, but can you do it? Nope. That's fine. That wasn't like 100% necessary anyway. Oh right, you're just gonna smack this guy, I guess.
A threat eliminated.
Battalion level. That battalion looks pretty solid. Good strength and retribution, which I haven't hit yet, but still. Yep, this silver bow is definitely fine to use against you.
That's how it goes.
And fine to use in general, since I can just repair it if it gets damaged. I never really thought I'd see the day when the Fire Emblem 4 style repair system would actually... Oh, they are actually getting some more points now. Would actually... I'm not doubling you, but you are being unarmed. Yeah, but when it would return. See, the thing about unarmed combat, I probably haven't mentioned this yet, but I found this out when using Caspar on the Black Eagles route on my own time. I was wondering that, because I wasn't so sure how the unarmed combat skill worked, I thought you would have to intentionally unequip all your weapons in order to use it, but no, is that when you try and attack an enemy, you actually get the option for unarmed. It's like a different, it's like a separate weapon that you have, and it has no durability, 0 might though, but no weight either. And actually, it's more useful than I thought it would be, having a 0 durability weapon that you get access to, like, for free.
Can't hold me back.
Well, your battalion is holding you back. I'm so sorry I equipped you with one.
Even I am.
Okay, I guess they need to be closer in order to gain support points. Like, right next to each other or something? That's interesting. Okay, so Flane isn't really doing a lot right now, but I guess she can get... Honestly, you need more experience than Cyril does, so let's warp you into the fray. Very slightly into the fray, but the experience is what counts, obviously.
I am maturing at a rapid pace.
Aren't you already mature, though? Okay, so yeah, her charisma is insane. I will need to train her authority quite a bit then. But her speed definitely sucks. She's like more of a classical priest build. course I have a lot of people here. And now, finally, Manuela can actually fight something.
I've still got it.
And gets 4 points up with Byleth, because reasons. I would say that, that you would probably, like, lure things in and not kill them, but you probably will kill them. And yeah, Warrior, I noticed, gets Axe Crit plus 10, to make up for the fact there's no Berserker in this game, from the look of it. So yeah, I know that a lot of these Paralogues have been pretty, like, easy so far. I have been kind of over-leveled, and some people are kind of annoyed at me for picking, normal and not hard, but, like, I didn't know how difficult, like, hard mode would be. I wasn't so sure. And from what I've heard as well, oh hey, you're a Master Armor Knight now.
This worked out well.
And learn Armored Blow, obviously. Yeah, I wasn't, like, apparently the Golden Deer route is quite a bit harder. Like, from what I've heard, enemies in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion actually use combat arms on the Golden Deer route. Which definitely does not happen on this route. Though, Byleth isn't doubling as much as he generally does. Because, yeah, these Wyvern Riders are pretty strong, and that Axe Spear doesn't help. So, one thing that I was going to say, though, is that, the thing is, like, with most of these Paralogues being quite easy, it does make it easy to get complacent. What I mean by that is, with the Manuela Paralogue, like, I totally underestimated those Pegasus Knights, and I almost paid the price for it, and I kind of did, because I lost a Rapier.
Thank you.
I would have got that Rapier if I hadn't, if I had been smarter with where I moved Manuela, or at least had realized that, you know, that thing was actually a threat to me. That thing, I mean Pegasus Knights. And even here, these Wyvern Riders are decently strong, so sometimes a game being mostly easy can quite easily, no pun intended, lull you into a false sense of security. So, yeah, like, the Manuela thing proved that this game is not going to be entirely trivial for me, so that's, again, good to know. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that is interesting. Like, it said this guy was not moving before, but he's actually going to move now. It also says he'll use a Gambit, so I guess you can kind of tell when people are going to use Gambits. Well, that's overkill.
On to the next fight.
As I fist pump dramatically. Yeah, how fast are you? 14. And Byleth's got a plus speed skill on him. Of course, Byleth also has Grounder, which doesn't kill you. Oh, actually, this will. No, it won't, because it only sometimes raises mine. So, 14 attack speed. Okay, Manuela just barely doesn't get doubled, which is good. Except it's actually going for Byleth anyway. Guess I can use Second Wind. And now you're going for the do. No, you're not even gambiting, you're just throwing an axe. For some reason. Well, that looked pretty cool. It kind of looked like you point-blank headshotted him. And also, those random people in the battalion are just running all over the place. They're all just like, abandoned ship! But I've never abandoned ship before, so I don't know what to do! Which direction do I run in?
Good fight.
And, cut off the dramatic fist bump. And the amazing music has been cut off by this. We interrupt this, is it called Tempest of Seasons? We interrupt Tempest of Seasons to bring you Wrath Strike, which, in my opinion, is not exactly as cool of a song as Tempest of Seasons. I'm pretty sure the boss is going to die soon, also he's the only enemy left on the map, so yeah. I think Felix will probably destroy his face off, but if not, with some help from, yes, Felix will destroy his face off. Can Derdriu just, like, he doubles, because this guy has 3 attack speed. Oh, it's a short axe, though. Short axes are kind of nice, but we're not going to get it. Speaking of not going to get it, yeah, for some reason I keep forgetting that you can steal in this game. To be honest though, I don't really use stealing very much in most Fire Emblem games. I just tend to use it for things like, you know, like the silver card, or a lot of items that it's kind of obvious that you're supposed to steal them, quote unquote.
Not good enough.
Well, that's over with. They were a lot more trouble than I expected.
No, they weren't, Alois, don't lie.
Thank you so much. Here's your reward.
I don't think anyone even
Please,
got into the
take
town because their AI was dumb and focused more on attacking us than getting in there. That's another thing that sets this apart from Conquest Chapter 10, where the enemy AI actually does prioritize the objective over attacking you. It's kind of a shame they didn't carry that over here. Maybe they did carry it over on the Golden Deer route? We'll see. Because that is one thing that I liked about Fate's Conquest. The enemy AI was really good. Oh, Seraph Robe. Not really sure if I'm going to get that too. And who was MV? Oh, we definitely did that not nearly as fast as the last Paralogue. Alois. Okay. That probably meant that was a wasted MVP. Zeros Archers. Don't we already have some Zeros Archers?
Good gracious, I didn't expect it to become such a large-scale battle.
That wasn't a large-scale battle.
It seems they caused the merchants unnecessary confusion by disguising themselves as Almirans.
Okay, so they weren't really Almirans. I wonder if Cyril would have had special boss dialogue with the... I highly doubt it, but he might have.
We taught the pirates a lesson, though. That should calm them down a bit. I know this was more than you signed up for, but you really saved us.
Yeah, you didn't really do a good job of hitting things on your own.
Thanks for your help. This can't be how you were expecting your day to go.
Actually, it was, because we specifically chose to spend our day this way.
Patient and understanding, just like Captain Gerald. We owe you a token of our appreciation, I think.
I just realized that canonically, that means that we did this, and we went all the way to the kingdom to help Felix with that battle in the same day, so maybe someone just used warp magic to send them there.
Take the reward from the Merchants Association. Share it with your students if you like.
Take it. We'll collect our reward from the Eastern Church.
Don't want you associated with the Eastern Church, then you might find out the Central one is evil. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
Besides, Alois could never keep it for himself.
Of course not. We knights serve as the sword and shield of Saint Saros herself.
I say as a vein pops in my head.
We pride ourselves on our integrity. We reject all rewards that are not perfectly legitimate.
In other words, he's a coward who would feel guilty and lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
That's also one of his many merits.
Shamir, you don't mince words. Though it does seem like you've learned how to show a little respect.
Must have learned that from you.
I don't remember teaching you that. Anyway, Professor, keep the compensation. I'd say you've earned it. Those merchants really needed your help. For all the buying and selling they do, they're not so good at trading blows.
Okay, I just realized there was a pun there. But what I was gonna say was, have you seen Fire Emblem Fates? There are some pretty brutal merchants in that game, especially the ones that fill their inventory with gold bars.
You get it? Trading blows? They... and merchants, they... Oh, forget it.
We have to prepare for our next mission. Until next time, Professor.
I mean, I normally don't like puns, but often just the way that a character reacts to them can be funny in itself, and I like the enthusiasm Alois's voice actor puts into those puns. Look at Byleth's just like... it's like that pun inflicted stun status on Byleth or something. Byleth's just standing there going like... I cannot move. Pun so bad. Muscles in pain. Okay, so already it's battle time. But before that... certifications. So, number 1 on my priority here, making Cyril a Wyvern Rider. I don't have any of those yet. Although, let's see what he looks like as a Fortress Knight. That head on that, like, giant armored body is kind of funny, admittedly. But, I'm guessing Assassin might not be a bad idea for him as well, if you trained him in bit in swords. That looks pretty cool too, but yeah, let's go Wyvern Rider. It's probably the class you're supposed to make him, quote-unquote, but it's gonna work out anyway. The Wyvern Rider exam. Are you fickle and previously liked lances but now like axes? that was the first thing that popped into my head. Basically, Wyvern Riders have been associated with Lancers in every game until Radiant Dawn, but the moment Radiant Dawn hit, in every game after Radiant Dawn, Wyvern Riders preferred axes. They couldn't even use axes until Path of Radiance, I think, and even then only as a secondary weapon. Huh, Shamir can go back into a Cavalier, which is interesting. Wait a minute. Do you not have the required ranks for any of these? Doesn't seem like you do. Heavy Armor needs to be B or higher. Wyvern Rider needs Flying C or higher. Warrior needs Axe A or higher. Sniper, well, obviously not. Warlock, definitely not. And Bishop, definitely not. Even though that outfit does look kind of cool. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Hilda, can I see your skills, please? Okay, you're close to getting a rank up in axes, and once you... But that'll only take you to a B+, not A. And your heavy armor is only D. I guess that is the problem with recruiting a student later, is that they're only auto-trained in 2 skills, so promoting them to higher tier classes is harder. Ah, dang it, because you've mastered Brigand, there's really... Well... If I was really desperate to get you some experience in another class, I could do that. I mean, there's not much else I'm using my intermediate seals for, since everyone else is kind of in an intermediate class. It's gonna drop your stats a little, but... why not? Armor Knight exam. You are female and are taking this exam. Unfortunately, that means there's a 90% chance that you will suck. The remaining 10% is Effie and Mamori from Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Aw, shucks. I guess I did it.
Because Mamori from Tokyo Mirage Sessions is actually amazing, and I hope to show that off, because one day I probably will play that game. Yeah, she is the true savior of female Armor Knights, by the way. She did it long before Effie did. Okay, Annette could become a Warlock. Oh, but she only has a 68% pass rate. How close is she to... No, she's not even that close to A. This might be where spreading myself a bit thin in terms of skill training early in the game is coming back to bite me a bit. Huh, Sylvain can technically attempt Paladin, with a 74% pass rate, which is not terrible. I immediately hear the voice in my head of Justin and Caroline, but not impressive. Yeah, Felix, I'm gonna hold off a little bit before I promote him. You've got a guaranteed pass into Paladin. But honestly, okay, I really like him as a Cavalier, and dropping this will mean that I don't have a lot of Cavalry, but I do want to make Dimitri a Lord, at least for a few chapters, so I'm actually going to go ahead and have him take this. The Lord exam! I've been waiting for a long time to do this question. Do you ever get the strangest feeling that the world will end if you were to die?
Good results.
I do think I used my last advanced seal, though. Are they selling those in the marketplace yet? They are, okay. Might as well buy up all of... Well, I got a whole ton of bullions. No real reason not to. Oh, and it looks like intermediate seals are infinite now, too, which is cool. Okay, yeah, definitely got a lot of those. I can buy silver swords now. Might as well get 2 of those. Why does this one say limited one? Does that mean, like, only this chapter, or does that mean we only get to buy 1 and then that's it for the whole game? Yeah, it's gone entirely. It's not even going to restock. Don't think we have any of these, so I may as well buy a silver lance. Limited short spear, may as well grab that. Don't even have any of these, so might as well get 1. Short axe. Hammer. Holy crap, that's heavy. But then again, the foes you'll be fighting with that are also, like, pretty much terrible in terms of speed. Silver gauntlets. Only 4 might on a silver weapon. And 7 weight is pretty terrible for gauntlets, honestly. Okay, we do have some supports. Ash and Cyril, okay. Not Ash and Catherine.
What are all these books doing on the floor? Hey, Cyril, what's going on here?
I'm tidying up the library, sweeping the floors, dusting the shelves, restacking the books.
Isn't there a schedule for library cleaning duty? Why are you doing all of this by yourself?
Oh, I'm helping out the kid whose job it is. He says I'm making him look bad, but I'm just happy to help. Besides, some of these books are valuable. Gotta handle them carefully. Not a lot of people get that.
But there are so many. You really think you'll get all this done today?
Easy. There's more stuff to do tomorrow, so the library has gotta get done today.
And I guess you're planning to do all that by yourself, too.
Yep.
Come on, it'll be dusk soon. Let me help.
Nah, it's my job and I'm gonna do it.
There is no way one person can shelve all these books before nightfall, Cyril.
Like I said, these books need to be handled real careful. Shouldn't you be doing your own thing anyway? This is my job, and I'm gonna do it because I know Lady Rhea expects it done a certain way.
I can't just stand here and watch. I won't get in your way, all right? I'll handle this shelf, and you take the next one.
Listen, I said I don't need your help.
I promise I'll be careful, okay? Let's just get to it.
Fine. You do over there, I'll do all of this.
Got it.
Okay, that was a pretty standard support. I didn't really feel the need to comment on much in that one. Okay, so I've saved. I could try my luck on a not 100% certification exam. And I kind of feel like I should try Annette with Warlock, because, yeah, Sylvain is, I don't know, should I try next Sylvain a Paladin, or should I just... Okay, I think I'll go for Warlock Annette first. If this fails, I'll try next Sylvain a Paladin. Also, for some reason, this class's model felt the need to, give a big cleavage window. But anyway. The Warlock exam. Oh, she failed. Fail.
Next time for...
Well, reloading the save then. Okay, well I have better luck with Sylvain Paladin. The Paladin exam. You would describe yourself as being good at everything and having no such thing as weak points. Yeah, you know what? Something told me I'd fail both of them.
Oh, come on. I missed one, didn't I?
Well, with that, there's nothing else to do, really, other than do the battle. So, it's time for that, I guess.